Hi, you are here again with Brian Teets. He is a financial advisor and the founder of Safe Haven Wealth Management. Brian, I wanted to ask you about knowing the right number for savings for retirement. Is there a goal amount today here in the United States where we say, hey, here's a benchmark, and then I can provide you kind of a monthly income stream that looks like this? Is there a target number that you prefer for people to have before they retire?
You know, that question, everyone's different, right? The pundits in the magazines and the websites are saying, well, you need $1 million, you need to have, you know, so much compared to what you're making when you're working. But it's not always true, because people a lot of times come to me in retirement and their house is paid for, cars are paid for, they don't really spend a lot for entertainment, and they don't need a huge sum of money. And when that's the situation, we'll assess where they need to be and where they need to be guaranteed or whatever it might be, and we'll put together a plan where they've got more than enough coming in for the next 20 years with inflation. So we'll put inflation at 3.26%, the money they have, the growth they need, and they'll see, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Or then I'll have people that'll come in and be like, you know, I heard I need $1 million and I'm not there yet. I can't retire till I'm 70, but we got to reverse engineer things. And I'll be like, well, you know, what do you spend a month, right? What do you want to do when you retire? Do you want to travel? Do you want to travel overseas? Do you want to go down to Florida? We kind of take all those decisions and put a price tag on them. And once we do that, we can say, well, really, we could probably get you retired sooner than you think, because you're not needing all this money you think that you need. And we can create longevity of your funds to last long enough where you're not going to be like stressed out and worried about running out of money. So there's really no correct answer. A lot of people come in and I had a client last week, they came in. Their thing was, hey, we have a pension and 2 Social Securities, and they had some 401k money, and they wanted to spend, you know, time with their grandkids. But yet in the wintertime, they wanted to head down to Florida. And, you know, so they're like, well, we want to rent a place in Florida. It's like, you know, $4,000 a month for 2 months. We need $8,000 food. So we put together a plan where it was like not a problem. We could allocate so much money to being a snowbird and so much money just living their life. And the plan worked, and we showed them that it worked for the next, you know, 20 years based on the math. The math doesn't lie. And they're like, this is fantastic. And they're literally able to retire like 2 years earlier. They're thinking, they kept saying, well, we're going to wait till our full retirement age, 67 and 8 months. I'm like, that's fine, but you may not have to do that. And so we were able to get them retired 2 years earlier, and it all worked out well for them. So.
Yeah, no, it's nice when you're able to sit there and do the math. And I'm assuming that you've done this hundreds, if not thousands of times?
Yeah, many times, yeah, for sure.
This is what you do, is you program in the information, but then there are other variables, increases in taxes,
sure.
increases in inflation. How do you build those components into the plan, knowing that it's going to last 20 to 25 years?
Well, we use a software that's very, you know, mathematical, that'll show them with the inflation going for the next 30 years. The tax question, we try to be as close as possible, but right, we know taxes are on sale now. We know they're probably going to be going up in the future, but we try to assume what the tax rate will be. And if the circumstance may be, we try to keep them within a certain tax bracket where they're not putting so much money back to the government. And by doing that, they can see in black and white that, hey, I can do this, right? I can make it last with everything going on and still have money available for if I wanted to set up an extra fund that year type of a scenario.
Knowing when you've saved enough for retirement, it's not so much about a specific number, it's about a number for you and your family and your spending.
For that person. Everyone's different. And everyone's got a different story.
Brian, thank you very much. If you would like to get your own retirement income plan from financial advisor Brian Teets, a couple of different ways you can do it. You can go to the website, learn more about the team there at safehavenwealthmgmt.com, or wait for the next screen. We'll put up the phone number. You can call, make an appointment, and we'll have you come in. We'll get you your own, no cost, retirement income report from Brian Teets.